It's really a fantastic question. It's really a fantastic question. We are living in a time right now where there's so many different groups that are carrying out really incredible research, real-time research right now for a new virus that we didn't know anything about 6 months ago. And we are learning about severity, we're learning about transmission, we're learning about treatments, we're learning about every aspect of this virus, and it's happening at an incredibly rapid pace. And so that's very positive. We're seeing innovation in areas that we hadn't seen before. You mentioned the use of masks, and we talked about different types of fabrics. That didn't exist a few months ago. We're seeing innovation in therapeutics and in vaccines, and this is really incredible. We're seeing real-time evaluation of full genome sequences, and it's happening at an incredibly rapid pace. Papers through science. When people are doing research, normally what happens is they carry out a specific piece of work with a collaborative group of individuals. They write this up, they write it up as a report, they submit it to a peer-reviewed journal. The paper goes through a robust analysis and review, critiquing every single line and every single word of that paper, and then the authors respond, and then it gets published. And that takes some time. What we're seeing right now is because we need these answers so quickly, we're seeing a lot of answers come out in the form of a press release, or we're seeing the answers come out in the form of a preprint. So these are these online platforms where you can publish or you can post your paper and it hasn't gone through peer review. So on the one hand, that's incredible because we're seeing these results in real time. And the other, it still needs to go through that rigorous review. And so WHO, we commission a lot of research, a lot of reviews that are done by independent groups on a variety of topics. And we have more than 50 reviews that are currently underway on a variety of topics. And this helps us to better understand the state of a particular topic, transmission, for example. Then what we do is we work with our international networks, which we have for clinical management, which Janet leads, for virology, for infection prevention and control, for risk communication, for epidemiology and modeling, and I can go on. And we debate that research. And that research is constructive. And that's not a negative term when I say debate. It's a constructive discussion that we have to say, what does this mean? How well was this study done? Because not all studies are done well. And we evaluate what this means in terms of our advice that we give for guidance. And that also takes some time. We're accelerating that as quickly as possible, but it's an important process to go through where you have that debate and you discuss how each individual piece of knowledge fits into the broader context. Normally, one paper that comes out doesn't change our perception of everything. However, there could be situations like the dexamethasone, for example, is a good example where we're learning something quite quickly, and that may modify, how we go forward. But with regards to epidemiology and virology, we put all of that research together, we evaluate it together, and then we come up with a position on what do we know about this at the present time. The other thing that I need to mention is that science, although it's not static, we need to articulate the uncertainty around what we know. So not only are we trying to put out all of the information that we're learning, we need to caveat that because it's a new virus with some uncertainty. We have nothing is for sure right now. And so when we give advice and when we give an answer, especially us sitting up here and we give these answers, we try to nuance that in a way that says, here's what we know right now, here's what we don't know, and here's what we're doing to better understand this. So it's a very long answer because we feel quite passionate about this, but just to end by saying we're really grateful for all of the researchers that are carrying out very carefully conducted research, that are doing these so thoughtfully, really to advance science going forward.
Thank you very much, Dr. Van Kerkhove, for this very important